Welcome students of the Collegiate Arcane to your introductory course on the magic of the realms. To many of you from wizarding families, this course may seem rather basic, but it is necessary that we ensure that everyone is on the same level. So keep your comments to yourself as I ensure your fellow students are up to date. So, what is magic? Magic is the force that binds the realms together, literally. Magic and matter coalescing into the realms we know today. Now magic takes many forms, known as winds of magic, that the skilled magic user can use to wield powerful spells. They are as follows. Celestial magic is the magic that holds the power of storms, the stars, and most important in this humble man's opinion, prognostication. It means telling the future, you bunch of uneducated buffoons. Jade magic is the power of nature, growth, healing, plant life, etc. The Silver Neth are saturated with this sort of magic and use it quite effectively. If you ever find yourself specialized in this form of magic, expect quite a few offers of employment from the adventurous sort. Many of them would love a person who could heal them after whatever idiocy they get themselves into. Amber magic is the untamed magic of beasts. It is the aggression of nature. It is the call of the wild. And if you're not strong enough to wield it, you'll find this magic will easily make you its prey. If you're the type of wizard who thinks there is something beautiful about a giant cat that can rip you to shreds, this is the magic for you. Gold magic is the magic of metal and deals with metallurgy and transmutations, basically strengthening or weakening metal and turning it into different things. Although they use science, as they call it, instead of spells to manipulate the winds, the Caradron overlords are quite adept at this form of magic, using it to craft the hulls and armor of their sky ships. Bright magic is the magic of fury, passions, and fire. Honestly, it's mostly fire, and you'll find the people who wield it tend to have short tempers. If you ever find a Fireslayer Magma Smiter angry at you, try your best to calm him down. Otherwise, you might find yourself in a nice shade of lava. Amethyst magic is the magic of death. It tends to hover over battlefields, cairns, and graveyards. With it, you'll be able to control the dead and suck the life out of your enemies. Now, some of you may think that just because amethyst magic deals with death, it's inherently evil. That is not true. It's just that certain death gods give it a bad name. Much good can come from this magic, if you can ignore the creepiness, and the smell. Gray magic is the magic of shadow and mist, illusion and lies, phantasms, ruses, and hidden meanings. It's basically the type of magic you use if you want to be stealthy or overly mysterious for no good reason. I know a few wizards who use it to give themselves an air of mystery. It's quite annoying. Light magic is illumination and purity, symbolism and learning. Unlike its opposite, gray magic, light magic is all about removing illusions and lighting the way. Some of the greatest scholars and investigators are users of light magic, and even pursue the truth when it might be better if that truth had remained hidden. And then we have chaos magic. Now, chaos magic is not a wind of magic. It is the corruption of magic. Magic from one of the winds that has been twisted by the dark powers into a chaotic form. A form that is potentially more powerful, but is definitely much more dangerous to its wielder. Now, when the realms began, magic wasn't really a priority for mortals. We tended to stick around our huts hoping we wouldn't get eaten by wild predators or beastmen hordes. The closest we had to wizards were shamans who swung sticks randomly hoping for something to happen. That was until Sigmar and his pantheon of gods came to us, giving us the knowledge to use magic in ways we couldn't have imagined. This became the start of the Age of Myth. This was a glorious age. Magical wonders were created that even surprised the gods, and miracles were commonplace. Sadly, all that was destroyed with the coming of chaos. You're going to hear that phrase a lot in your courses. Chaos tends to destroy quite a bit. You know the rest. We had a few centuries of the realms being ripped apart before Sigmar came back with a vengeance, his stormcast bringing destruction to his enemies. Now, there are as many ways to learn magic as there are peoples. There is no way I can list them all, but I'll give you an idea of how some of the people of the realms wield it. the magical methods of those who are allied with Azir is quite varied. Us humans of the Collegiate Arcane specialize in one of the winds of magic. The elves have their Eldritch Council, while the Daughters of Cain learn their arts from Arathi. The Duerden of the Caradron Overlords use their science to craft devices, and the Fire Slayers focus on bright magic and their strange golden runes. The magic of the more savage races, like the Uroks and Ogors, is a bit different. With Uroks and Grots, magic is innate. A few of those greenskins are just born with an understanding of magic and use it. How they use it depending on the greenskin culture they are born to. The Spiderfang Shaman may cast a spell with spiderwebs, while the Moon Clan Grot may devour a few mushrooms to cast his spells. Ogors are more trial and error. For example, the Butchers of the Gutbusters try different combinations of mortal entrails to see what sort of magical effects they can create. Oh, don't be so squeamish. Wait till you start your first dissections. Those who follow Nagash and his generals learn magic at his pleasure. He guards his magic jealously, and only gives his most powerful spells to those he trusts, or at least trusts are too weak or stupid to betray him. The rest either learn his scraps or learn magic on their own. And then there are those who follow chaos, and call upon their dark gods to gift them power. And it's power those dark gods are more than willing to give, as long as that wizard is willing to give their due in sacrifices and souls. Well, that is enough for today. Next lesson we will dive into realm stones, realm spells, and living magic. For now, read Realm Noth's Wind Magic for Dummies and keep careful notes. You will be tested. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on part 1 on the magic of the realms. If you like it, please like, subscribe, comment, press the little bell, and if you really like it, please give a little money to my Patreon. The extra money gives you the time I need to work on these stories I love. Expect part 2 sooner rather than later, sometime this week. Anyway, thanks for listening, /watching, and talk to you later.